Hello everyone. Today we are going to look at how to use the Boolean tool, and we are going to create a chair like this uh, after processing the geometry that we get after using the Boolean tool. We will also look at how Boolean tools work and when to use it, when not to use it, and what needs to be done after you create a Boolean object to be able to use it properly in your modeling process. Okay. So we'll create a new scene and we start with a cube here. So to create that particular chair, we will duplicate this cube, okay, and I will right click so it stays in its place. So we have duplicated the object, but it is on top of each other. So I'll simply scale it in y-axis and I will move the box out a little bit and move it on top, right? So whatever is the intersecting area we have to subtract from this object. Right now what happens is when you use the Boolean tool, you don't see the final result because this object stays there. So what we will do is we'll make it wireframe so we can see what happens after you Boolean an object. Okay, so we'll select this, and in this tab we'll go to viewport display, and display as, we will make it wireframe. Okay, so now this box has to be Booleaned out this box. So we'll go to modify panel, add a Boolean operation, then here we can intersect union difference. Alright, so by default it is at difference, and we have to select the second object. We'll select this tool and click on the eyedropper, and now you can see that we have subtracted the other box from this box. Alright, now you can select this box, and if you move it around you will see that the Boolean will update. Alright, so you can control how much Boolean you need. If you go all the way, then it will do only one side. So it's pretty cool what you can achieve using a Boolean tool. Okay, now you can decide how much should be the thickness of your chair and so on. So this is the place where a person can sit. So I think that's look good. Alright, now what we need to do is we need to further modify this geometry so we don't have these harsh edges. Okay, we have a softer rounded edges. Now this is the thing with Booleans. Alright, I keep saying that we have to use four-sided polygons when you model anything. I'll select this box and turn the wireframe on so you can see the wireframe. Alright, but if you look at this polygon in the front, cannot see it unless I apply it, so I cannot modify it unless I apply the Boolean. So let us apply the Boolean first. Go to modify panel and then we'll apply it. Alright, now if you go to modify panel, now you will be able to modify this object. So if I select the polygon and select this polygon, you can see that it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 sides instead of 4 sides. Okay, this polygon has 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are fine, but the top one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 polygons. Alright, so this is fine. So what happens because of that? What I'll do is this object that we have created, we can move it out of the way. Okay, and say if we add a subdivision surface, look at what geometry we get from that. Okay, so the result is not desirable. Alright, so we'll delete that. So what we need is we need to convert all these into four-sided polygons. So this polygon should be a four-sided polygon here, then there should be another four-sided polygon, and so on. Now what happens is when I create an edge here, then this becomes four-sided, but then this becomes five-sided, so you need another line here, and then this becomes five-sided, so you need one line here, and so on. All right, so your geometry is going to get very complex when you start adding more edges. So how do you add more edges? You can use the knife tool, which is this one, okay, or you can use the loop cut. So loop cut is I will show you how to use the knife tool first. So if you click on knife tool and then you click here, then we create a cut here, and then you go all around the object, and then you finish it off here, right? Now we have to hit the enter button. So I'll do it again, then hit the enter button. All right, now we did not click exactly in place, so you have to select this, right click and merge vertices to center. So these are the extra steps that you need to follow. So this one is properly selected, so it was fine. Okay, so we were able to create one line, and this line is going all over. So if you look at the X line, and then we'll go to wireframe option here. Oops, let's go back to X. All right, so now this has to be a straight line, so we can select this and we can scale this until it is a straight line. All right, so this is one way to do it. The other way to do it is to use a loop cut. All right, so we created this line. Now I will create this line here. So we have to select this and move it around and stop here. Okay, so it created a loop cut along here. Now we need a loop cut in this direction, so you can click and create the loop cut and release it. Okay, then we need a loop cut here, so click and release. Okay, now we'll stop and then fix a few things. So there should be one knife line here, so you can use this tool to cut it. Enter, click it here and here, enter. Okay, you need one from here to here, enter. You need from this point to this point, and from this point to this point. Okay, and now you have all four-sided polygons. Okay, so let us check that. Okay, all four-sided. This is four-sided, this is four-sided, this is not. One cut needs to be there, so let us cut that. Vertex from this point to this point, enter. Okay, so now we will add the, alright, so it's more clear to see now. See, everything is four-sided. You have to make sure that the vertices are properly, there's no double vertex there. And now if you add a subdivision surface modifier, you get a much better result. So we will make it 0, or maybe we'll leave it at 1 and go to modeling, and we will add, I think it's still disturbing, we need more lines at each of these edges so that we get a better result than what we get here. Okay, so the geometry is not well defined and we need to fix that. So we will go to modeling, and then we will add an edge loop, and we will add it at this corner here. Okay, and then when you add that one, you can see that you get some detail in the front. Then we need one here, so that we need a proper place to sit. So I will add one loop towards this, and I will add one loop in this side, and I'll add one loop on this side. Okay, so you can see that we added some geometry in these corners, in these 4 corners, here and here. And you can see that now the geometry is looking better. Now see here, everything looks clean. Here things look messy, so look like there are 2 vertices in that corner. So let us look at those, look at that corner there, and you can see that those vertices are not merged. So right click, merge vertices at center, and then when we increase those numbers, you get a clean geometry. Okay, so you get a nice profile to sit, and then you have, so you can add maybe one more edge loop at the bottom, so it has a flat edge. If you want to leave this round, that's fine. In my chair this was slanting, so if I go to modeling, I will select these points and move it down. Okay, and then these points will further move down, so it's in straight line. Okay, if you go to layout, you got a slanting edge there. We can add another edge loop at the bottom. Okay, if you want, you can add another at the back side. So depending on what kind of geometry you're looking for, you can do that. And to see a better result, you can select this chair and deselect wireframe, so you can see the final result, and then you can say smooth. Chair smooth. Okay, so that's the chair. So if you are using a Boolean tool and you're not going to add any other modifier, and that's the final look you want, then you can just use the Boolean modifier. But if you want to further modify the geometry, then you have to convert all the faces into 4-sided polygons, and then you will get a much desired result. Okay, thanks.